Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the very first official episode on this channel of eSports News. Besides my introduction video, this is episode number 1. Hope you guys all enjoy. As always, let's get right into it. And for our very first ever official story here in eSports News, we're going to cover the Call of Duty tournament, the biggest one of the year that happened this past weekend, known as COD XP. For any of you guys who are Call of Duty fans out there, where plenty of upsets occurred throughout the entire tournament. I'm going to focus on both FaZe Clan and Optic for right now. It was first off FaZe Clan, who went out really in a strong suit here. They won their group 3-0, as well as Optic, who did not do too well. They didn't do too bad either. They went 2-1 and still went on to the winner's bracket in map 1. It was first off that first match out of group stages in the winner bracket, where Optic Gaming faced off against Envious. Unfortunately, though, Envious did send them back to the losers bracket for the second consecutive year, and I believe for the past 4 years now, it's been Optic Gaming who's been one of those favorited teams. You have those 5 to 8 teams who are definitely have a chance of winning this whole thing every single year. Optic being one of those teams every single year, and of those past 4 years at COD XP, 3 of those they spent in the losers bracket. It was here though, after they were sent there, they'd actually go on to lose to Cloud9 and be eliminated from the tournament. So Optic Gaming, in their dream run of getting those rings back for the team and all their players, has been ended as well. Now, unfortunately, as well for FaZe Clan, we had them meet up with Envious later on as well in the winners bracket round 2. Envious as well sent FaZe packing. Envious really had a pristine run throughout this entire tournament. Again, if you're going to have FaZe Clan, Optic Gaming, Luminosity, Elevate, and also Envious, and probably top 5 of your 6 teams who have the ability to win this game, it was Envious who showed the dominance throughout this tournament to actually beat teams like FaZe Clan and Optic consecutively. So Envious did go on eventually to the grand finals and faced off against Splice, and it was Envious who took the COD XP title as they beat Splice 3-1. They also beat FaZe Clan earlier 3-0 as well in dominating fashion there, and they went on to win that $800,000 purse. So congrats to Envious, they are now your COD XP title champions. And as many of you guys know, we just recently had the largest tournament in the world. That's by prize pool numbers. That is the Dota 2 International, which happened a few weeks ago and hosted over $20 million in prize pool money this year, is expected to even grow next year. And again, no other esport even compares to that amount. It was actually won by an organization by the name of Wings Gaming, and this story is going to be probably one of our biggest stories of all time on eSports News. Now, I know this is only the second story you guys have heard, but it's potentially going to be one of the biggest stories you guys hear for a while, as it does involve Wings Gaming and also top organizations in Dota 2. Now, the story here has been leaked and partially confirmed by video game creator and enthusiast who goes by the name of Reddy on Twitter. Many of you guys have probably heard about him if you guys are Dota 2 fans, and he actually confirms and alleges that many of the top Dota 2 teams and organizations are beginning to drop majorities of their rosters, or at least portions of their rosters. Now, you guys might be asking, why is Wings Gaming involved in this? Because apparently as well, Wings Gaming is actually dropping all 5 of their members. Now, you may be asking yourself, especially in this kind of case with other esports, never before has it happened where an esports team wins a major championship title, especially a $9 million prize pool, which Wings Gaming took home. Never before has an organization decided then, hey, let's drop those 5 players, because they are arguably, the way they won that tournament, the best Dota 2 team in the entire world, and probably worth a large sum of money. Now, the reason behind this is, and the explanation of this is actually because many organizations were starting to poach these players because of the upcoming off season. It's the best time to apparently, poach. Apparently, this is what esports calls poaching season, and so many organizations were trying to access these players and say, hey, we'll pay you this amount of money, come and leave your organization, come to us. And so apparently unanimously, a lot of these top Dota 2 organizations have come together and said, let's release all of our rosters, let's give our players a little bit of a scare, a little bit of a necessity to come back to us, because these players, what they were doing is when they were offered from another organization, they were using that as leverage to their own organization. Let's say a Wings Gaming player was approached by a different org, he could use that as leverage and say, hey, boss, by the way, I'm being approached and poached by all these other guys, you better pay me more money. So obviously all these top tier teams were seeing this as a big problem, and they all unanimously decided to say, hey, let's unsign all of our players, let's scare them a little bit, have them have a little bit of dependency on us. And now apparently, we had teams like TNC and also Wings Gaming already come forth and say, hey, we're unsigning parts of our roster, and now it's becoming a kind of a fashion here in Dota 2 where a lot of teams are dropping their rosters. We also confirmed just about, I think it was yesterday, TNC has already named 3 of the new players. So this poaching scandal kind of carries over from esport to esport. But yeah, all of a sudden we have our top tier teams in Dota 2 all releasing their rosters. I'll be sure to cover more of this sometime soon in the future. And finally, a shorter segment here, League of Legends, a game I used to love to play and I want to get back into. We actually had the regional qualifiers for Worlds this past weekend for both North America and Europe, and first off, it was Cloud9, with really no surprise here besides taking over Immortals 3-1 in that final game. They will be going to Worlds as that 3rd seed after taking down both Envious. They actually swept Envious in great fashion. They swept them 3-0, and they also beat Immortals 3-1 in their best of 5 series, and they will be joined by Splice Gaming, who held off Unicorns of Love in a very exciting series, guys. You actually had the chance to watch this one this past weekend. It was was really cool to watch. That game went all the way to Game 5, and Unicorns of Love certainly could have won this one. Kind of an upset here, as they could have upset Splice, that favorite team. They could have done that. They actually blew a Game 3, which set records in the regional qualifiers for LCS. It actually went right around an hour long. It was incredible, and they blew a 10k gold lead. I think it was a 7-kill lead as well. So Unicorns of Love kind of blew that here, but it will be Splice Gaming also going to Worlds as a number 3 seed. And for any of you guys out there who are Super Smash Bros. Fans, we actually have the return of Smash the Record for what will be the 3rd year in a row now, guys. This time will be in Kissimmee, Florida. Last year was in Orlando. The year before that in a different city in Florida, but it's always going to be in Florida, I believe, as of right now. This is strictly a charity event as well, where tens of thousands of dollars have been raised in the past for St. Jude's cancer research in that hospital as well. And it's kind of cool here as well. There's no prize pool for all these big top-tier talents that go here. All the donations that would have been prize pools go directly to St. Jude's Hospital, which is a great cause, as many of you guys know. What's even better about this event is it's very attendee and very viewer friendly. So if you guys want to go here, you have to sign up and register, but they also offer you a super cheap place to stay, a indoor water park hotel that's pretty close to the event, and it's only just $45 a night. So it's a great way for you guys to go, go for a great cause, go with some friends. It's a great event for all of you guys, and it's also very viewer friendly. So last year, I think they hosted nearly 800 attendees, which is pretty cool, along with a staggering growth over the past couple years. Their first year they did this event, 2014, I believe they raised only around $13,000, still towards a great cause. But last year, they almost quadrupled that, they raised over $50,000. So amazing to see. Hopefully this year they're going to grow as well. So hopefully you guys can all go sign up for that. Smash the Record 2016. It's going to be occurring this November, so just over 2 months away, guys. Hope you all enjoy that, and please sign up. It's for a great cause. And in some esports betting news, also Starcraft news, we have the return of esports betting to Starcraft 2. It's actually a local gambling or Canadian gambling agency known as Dota Quebec, and they'll be betting and they'll be allowing bets for Starcraft's upcoming DreamHack Montreal. The site now also allows betting for LCS, LCK, also LPL matches, and some international ones as well, and they hope to expand sometime soon in the near future. So kind of a big deal here. If you guys remember, if you guys are here from my new channel or my old channel as well, my main channel, the CSGO News, I'm actually going into the CSGO betting a lot, especially because CSGO betting has basically been banned around the block for using Steam bots, and it's only slowly coming back. So esports betting is definitely an issue that's coming back in a lot of different instances, including this one for StarCraft. Now, last in StarCraft news, separate from the esports betting, which is coming back slowly, we had Team Liquid finally sign Thermal to their team. Now, he was formerly a member of AT Gaming. If you guys remember, though, Thermal has had a really rough year so far. He's also stated, after placing not even top 6 at DreamHack Montreal this past one, as well as openly admitting that he wanted to take a break from the game this year. Kind of a really weird thing to admit, especially when you're being picked up by a team. He openly said in an interview, "I really wanted to take a break. I'm not really preparing at all." He also quote unquote said, "I'm not really preparing at all for this upcoming Copa International." If you guys don't know, this Copa International, a pretty big event, especially for Thermal. He has to get 1st or 2nd to actually qualify for Worlds. So kind of a unique pickup here for Team Liquid, as they have picked up Thermal, and apparently he's not preparing to actually place top 2 at Copa, which he has to do to qualify for Worlds. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this first episode, kind of a teaser episode for esports news. Now here's the most important part of these episodes. You need to leave comments down below what esports I should cover. Now I know a lot of you guys did that for the first episode. Please reiterate down below, comment again what esports you guys want me to do. And the main thing here is comment on as well, what should the layout of the show be? Now I know first off, I know this for a fact, I'm pretty sure I messed up some Call of Duty things. I really wanted to get in the Call of Duty scene and learn that slowly but surely. I think that's a really kind of a cool event that no one really reports on, and that's a really big event and kind of an esport that I want to get into. But it's also so hard to find information about Call of Duty teams. When you go into the CSGO scene, like my main channel, like I said before, I run a CSGO news channel, and I've learned so much about CSGO because so much of that information is out there and it's openly presented in a very, very formal fashion. Now, when you go to StarCraft or Smite or Dota 2 or Call of Duty, all that information is so dispersed in different locations, it's very hard to learn. So if you guys either comment down below an esport you guys want me to follow, or comment down below a fact about esports that I can actually read about. I'll be replying to every single comment with my CSGO news channel on this video. I hope you guys all enjoy. Please help us out. Again, it's going to be an interactive channel where I need your guys' help. So I'm going to better inform you guys about esports in general, and you're going to better inform me about esports as well. So it's going to be an interactive channel with all of you guys. Thank you all for watching our first official episode. Thank you to Derek for editing this video. Hope you guys all enjoy. Live, love, laugh a lot. Remember, I like you. I'll see you guys all next time with another esports news episode. Until then, remember, I like you. Goodbye.